they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round.
How you guys doing? Eric here. Today's Friday, August 11th, 2017. 10 days till the big eclipse, the flat earth eclipse. How they explain it in the flat earth theory, you know, how an eclipse works, you know. Well, in, you know, the conventional science, the sphere earth science, it's kind of interesting because in an eclipse they explain it as the moon just happens to be in the right spot to where it appears from the earth to be exactly the same size as the sun. That's why, and also the earth is the same size in that you know, that equation, you know, of the earth, moon, sun matrix kind of thing, you know, where the moon can go in front of the sun and cause a solar eclipse, or the earth can get in between the sun and the moon and cause a lunar eclipse. So in the flat earth model, the sun and moon are the same size, and every once in a while they come in, they block each other out, or the earth blocks one of them out, and we get these eclipses. So yeah, that's the flat earth model. You know, it's really kind of interesting, man, the flat earth model. I think they really explained it very well, man. They've done all the math and it all works out. And it's quite an elegant theory, really. You know, I'm not saying I believe in it or not, but the fascinating thing is that, to me, is that the theory keeps growing. The more and more people are becoming flat earthers. You know, I find that fascinating. How does that work? Why are so many people jumping on the flat earth bandwagon? You know, like every time I go onto a chat room, you know, of like a truth or chat room or something on a live stream or something, there's more and more people every time that are promoting the flat earth. I find that very interesting. Probably because they just they're just fed up with NASA and conventional science, and they're just totally rejecting it. Interesting. It's really become a huge conspiracy, the flat earth hypothesis, whatever you want to call it. It's growing and more people are becoming aware of it, and it's just a huge conspiracy, you know, like it explains why they won't allow people to explore certain parts of the earth, because they don't want it, some reason they don't want it to get out. You know that if you go to Antarctica, you will be attacked by the militaries of the world. They won't let any private party go and explore that, you know. So yeah, that's going to keep my suspicion going. As long as they won't let us go and see for ourselves, you know, it raises doubt, man. There's a few different flat earth ideas out there of what it is. You know, some say that Antarctica is a big ice wall. It surrounds the total outside of the flat earth, and the North Pole is a hole that like breathes in and out water that causes the tides of the ocean. And it's like a place where if you can get to that hole, they say that's like you can find your way out of this matrix. That's one theory of what's going on. Another theory is that, you know, there's a dome. Some say there's a dome. Some theories believe that there isn't a dome. There's just an ice wall, and on the other side, it just keeps going on a never-ending plane. Another theory that's kind of interesting is that there's nothing but water. The whole universe is like an ocean, and the flat earth is like a bubble inside of this ocean. And we have, you know, like when God created the earth, separated the waters basically and created the firmament, which is the dome, and he caused the light of the sun and the moon and all the stars in the heavens. They all just exist on the firmament, and we're just like a big bubble floating through an ocean. You know, I'm not saying I believe in the flat earth. I'm not saying I believe in the sphere earth, man. I just don't know. You know, there's some things you just can't know unless you have the evidence, you know. And I don't think any of us has the evidence to really say whether it's true or not, you know. But, you know, there are some questions I have for the Flat Earth Society. Like, how do they explain gravity? You know, they're just saying, oh, gravity is just a density of molecules. Like, either you're a gas, a liquid, or a solid. And that's what determines gravity for you. You know, I don't know. Another thing I haven't really heard them explain is volcanoes. How do volcanoes play into the equation of the flat Earth? That the flat Earth doesn't really explain very well is earthquakes. So yeah, they don't really explain gravity, volcanoes, or earthquakes. Everything else is explained pretty well. The seasons, eclipses, you know, like in conventional science, earthquakes and volcanism are explained by plate tectonics, which I don't believe at all, man. That the plate tectonics don't make any sense to me at all. My personal favorite theory of all is expanding Earth, where the Earth started off as one ball. All the continents were connected at one point, and as in the last 250 million years, the whole thing has grown into what it is now, and the oceans have expanded. You know, that's the model of Earth I really find most elegant, you might say. Whatever it is, you know, you know, like I said, I don't know, man. I can't just say that all these flat earthers are crazy. You know, that would be totally dismissive, especially since the movement keeps growing and gaining strength, and more people are resonating with it, you know. So, you know, there's got to be something there. That's why I keep looking into it, you know, because I'm not just going to sit there and say that, you know, maybe less than 5% of the people on the earth believe it, but that's enough to where, you know, you just can't dismiss all these people and say they're crazy. But, and who knows, maybe it is a matter of perception is reality, because, you know, I'm a strong believer in that without consciousness, nothing would exist. So your own belief is a very powerful thing, I believe, you know, and to each his own, you know. It could be that way, man. I mean, I say this a lot, but I'm serious. What you believe is reality, and that's a fact. So, you know, there could be all kinds of different realities out there, man, depending on different beliefs of different consciousness. You know, I firmly believe that, man. People might think I'm crazy for that because, oh no, man, it's got to be one way or the other. But if you come to this realization that, you know, the whole world is really just nothing exists until there's a consciousness there to observe. Another interesting thing to me about the flat Earth is, you know, in mainstream society, you know, there's a lot of clues to it in movies, television, music, even. There's just a ton of it, man, of clues that they give us to the flat Earth. So yeah, man, whatever the case may be, man, flat, round, square, cubed, pizza shaped, triangular, whatever the Earth is, you know, it really doesn't matter, because life on it is a real fucking bitch. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. Holy dingo is starting to land. We gotta get to the car before we get killed by hell.